a quick installation guide on the hydraulic davit. When you receive the kit, these side arms here are not captured, which means if you pull them aside, they would fall right off. What captures them are the bunks. So you just need to drill some holes through the bunks, adjust them exactly where you want them. You might want to offset them according to your dinghy or not. It's up to you. Give you a view of that. So once you attach the bunks, then these parts are captured. They're captured in the center by this block here with this bolt here. The cylinder itself is captured as well with this bolt. So if you remove this bolt from the other side, obviously, slide it in there, you'll see there's a little divot in this shaft, and then that bolt just captures that divot. On the back side here, there'll be a pin that'll capture the other side of the cylinder. Mount the cylinder so the hoses are facing downwards. The ideal height of this here should be around 4 inches out of the water. You can go up to 8 inches and up to water line, and there's some adjustability in this here. If this is straight up and down, that's a mutual position. You can move it back 4 inches or forward 4 inches, and that'll give you either 4 inches of rise or 4 inches of drop. So if you find that when you lower it, your dinghy is not able to float over the bunks, you can shorten this bar here and get a little bit more play out of that to bring it down a little bit lower. This is the transom side. That's a prototype, so yours is not going to exactly look like that. It'll be more like this here. Same concept. You're going to come with the screws that you need. And you're just basically going to mount that onto your transom. We suggest pre-drilling the holes using 5200 so it doesn't leak. And then you'll have another support from here all the way to the top there. So what you're going to do is you're going to bolt this onto your platform and decide roughly where you want this, and then you're going to cut these to length. You're going to get 4 foot lengths. You're going to cut them to length, drill a hole to where you want them. For the hoses themselves, we provide you with this block here. Let me open this up here for you. For the hoses is this little gizmo here, this little block. You're going to feed your hoses through this and through this heat shrink tubing. So you're going to put your hose right through that, and then you're going to mount this above the water line. So you're going to want to mount it somewhere in an area like this here, above the water line going into the boat. Ideally, you don't want to be below the water line in case this were to ever leak. So anywhere above the water line is fine. It's okay if it gets splashed. It's going to be watertight. 4 little bolts holding this. Mount that in there. Drill your 2 holes. 1 inch holes are fine. And then you can feed your lines into your engine room. And that's going to go to your pump. The base itself, for measurements, from here to the other side is 27 inches wide and 19 inches deep this way. So it gives you a rough idea. These sections are 4 inches wide. For spacers, on this platform here, we used some baseboards from Lowe's. They're just kind of like a plastic baseboard. I think if you go anything more than 4 inches or so, it would probably be advisable to just get some aluminum square tubing. Anything between 1/4 inch wall and 3/8 wall is plenty. So you can do like 4x4 blocks. If you need to drop 6 inches or more, then you might want to put 4x6, etc., to get that to the desired height. Obviously, if your platform's 16 inches out of the water, you don't want to mount it right underneath your platform because you're not going to get enough travel downwards to pick up your dinghy. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, call me anytime. It's quite cold in here in Canada right now. It's actually snowing today, so I'm doing my best here to make a video to get you going. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, for the hardware for this here, what we use here is just some 1/2 inch 13 bolts. And I just used 4 of them. So 2 on this piece here, you can see 1 there, 1 on the back side, same as the other side. You could use whatever you'd like. If you'd like to use more than that, you can. You can use 4 3/8 bolts. It really is, it's fine either way.